So, today we set our code on fire. You'll see, it's going to be the festival of the trees and the blocks, and we will definitely be tremendous. You are still watching Hello Giants, the series to create your game and learn how to code. It is the 3rd episode. So, we are between friends and I welcome you. And let's go back to our first project. As usual, we are going to enrich our first program. And besides, it's what we do with the game. We start always by writing the heart of the game, and then we enrich it with successive layers. Okay, so we will launch the program to see where we stopped last time. Before we start, I'd like to give you 2 tips, very important thereafter. The first one is to watch an episode twice. The first time, watch it in chill mode, to have an overview, and then watch it more accurately. The other advice is the most important that I can give. It's almost a magician trick. To be a good coder, you must code, and again code. Another small trick is that most of your bugs will come from a wrong initialization of your variables. Okay, let's go back to code. Now we will add a little bit of chance in our code. It's my favorite function, the random. So there, instead of just adding 1 to the variable u, we will add a random value between 0 and 7. And here comes our wonderful random function. Insert. We look for it here. And in the random group, you'll find random pick 0 to 7. Check it out. This function returns a random variable with a number between 0 and 7. And here is the beauty of the variables. Instead of just adding to our u variable a number, for instance 1, we can add the random variable. Right now, it is very relevant to use our debugger in order to see the variable's values change and how it works. Okay, so there we are using this icon, debug. And we are going to unroll step by step our program. So here, we build the world. I click again several times on debugs to follow our program command by command. We initialize the player. Okay. We get his position back. There, we add 1 to the variable u. There, you see u. And in the next command, we see that our variable u is modified. We have indeed added 1 to our variable u. On this command, we use the function random, and you see that the random variable is initialized with a number between 0 and 7. We add it to u, we move our player, we plant a tree and we start again our infinite loop. And there, you see here how works an infinite loop. It goes back on the label again and again. This panel, it may be the most important panel in debug mode. It's the panel that shows us the current values of the variable. Okay, now we go back at full speed. And here, it's the beginning of a forest. Let's continue. So, to simplify, by changing the variable u, we move from the left to the right. To move in depth, we will now play with the variable v. The variable v helps us to move the player on the north-south axis. So, we do exactly the same thing we did before with the variable u. We insert v plus equals 1. We use our function random, and we add the variable random to v. And we will launch. As you can see, we are right now moving from the right to the left, but also in depth, thanks to the variable v. So, if we let it run in for a very long time, we will have a world covered with trees. But the true power of the computer science is not to run one command by one command, but to run them by several thousand. So, we go back on the editor. We add this function system, sys for system, set mode safe, and relaunch. And now, it's going 1,000 times faster. That's perfect. So now the project is to build floating islands. So, first, we have to know the ground's height. You see below, The variable w shows us the height of the tile. We will now take a function which is in the length group. This function is called length_gets_w_pos_ground, pos for position. With this function, we can get the w position depending of u and v, and we will initialize w with this result. And we will add a block at the uvw position. We want to create it higher, so we will add w plus equals 30. Increasing w raises the block, and we are now going back to functions. We take in the group block the function called block add mat uvw. You see that the function requires the type of material you want to build. To have some grass, we are going to initialize the variable mat for materials, with 2. Let's add these lines. We'll talk about it later. But it will fluidify the renderer, and at the same time, we will be able to admire our cube working in real time. Okay, that's perfect. So, in the next episode, we will talk about ecosystem. We will make our world alive. So, if you like this video, make sure to leave a big thumbs up. My name is Odenis, and see you soon!